Hello Australia, welcome to episode 712 of The Couch. We have got a big show. Let me tell you what's on the show today. Mammoth the band, young kids all aged under 12 will be performing a fantastic song today called Summer is a Curse. Stay tuned for that one. Kevin is in from Palace Cinemas here in Perth. He's the Marketing and Business Development Manager. We're talking about the Italian Film Festival. Stay tuned for that. The Kambaranga Festival is coming to Perth. We'll be talking to a very special guest about that. We're looking at the events that are coming up with RAC Arena with Marika. Later, fresh and local, we've got Blaze Young. He's the CEO and head chef of Nui Run. I think I've got that right. It's a fantastic restaurant. Talking entertainment with Alexander Sacosta and talking customer service with Chris Moyer. Is that enough? I think it is. Big show coming your way now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. You can see it from your house. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. Oh, oh, oh.
Hello Australia, welcome to another edition of The Couch. Only 5 more after this week, so thank you for your support throughout the year, and we look forward to being back next March as well, if you've missed the next 5 episodes, that is. We've got some amazing guests on today's show. Please stay with us. Hello to our friends in Sydney coming out of lockdown, and also in Melbourne. We hope you're all doing well, and I think Canberra's coming out of lockdown as well. But anywhere you are around Australia, of course, suffering from COVID, I hope you're doing well. I hope all your families are safe, and as they are here in Perth, and please enjoy the show today. We're thinking of you. Thinking of somebody else is Kevin. He's the Marketing and Business Development Manager for our fantastic Palace Cinemas in Perth. Welcome back.
Thank you, Fred. Nice to be back again.
Now, for a lot of people who don't realise, Palace Cinema is a brand new setup where you are in Rain Square. It's in the city here in Perth, just off Wellington Street, parking right underneath. How's it all going? Since I know here in Perth we've been open, so are we back to normal now?
Oh, pretty much. So we're still a bit quieter, as is the national cinema industry, but that's just based off the US and international releases. Everything is starting to bounce back now, especially come mid-November. We've got the biggest film of the year, No Time to Die, James Bond.
Yep.
And it's just
We're finally getting that.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
2 years later, but after that, it's just going to go
We've
back
got
to normal.
Spider-Man coming as well. Is that in the new year?
That's over the Christmas, New Year period. So basically this Boxing Day, New Year's Day is going to be massive for Australian cinema.
So tell me, are we getting back into the swing of things with movies?
Yeah, so we're seeing the vaccination rates in the US and the UK really increasing, which means their cinemas are reopening, which means Australia gets the films too. So everything's starting to bounce back again.
What times is Palace Cinema open for those people who are interested?
So we're open from about 11 a.m. right through to late in the evening, 7 days a week.
And have you still got your parking deal?
Yeah, of course,
Where you take your ticket with you?
Yeah.
Get stamped?
Yeah, that's it. So you can validate the parking at any of our bars and basically just head straight down the lift underneath us for very, very discounted parking.
And don't forget, with the, of course, with the Platinum tickets, you can order food as well.
Yeah.
So it's the Gold Lounge with a difference.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing, the Platinum. Leather seating throughout the whole cinema, not just a couple of the cinemas. You guys have got it throughout. You've got adjustable chairs in, of course, the Platinum. And it's an amazing experience. If you haven't been down to Platinum Cinemas, Palace Cinemas in the city, to experience the Platinum or the Standard, you'll love it. Fantastic. Now, welcome back. Now, today I know you're running the Italian Film Festival here in Perth, which is great that we're doing it. It's 2021. It's the St. Ali. And we need to thank as well Golden Ravioli, because they're our Perth supporter.
Yeah.
But we've got 4 movies that we're looking at. Tell us when the actual festival starts and ends here.
So in Perth, it starts on the 20th of October, runs through to the 14th of November. So it's almost a month. It's an absolutely massive festival this year. For all of our East Coast viewers, it basically starts a week later, just as the restrictions end. We did that deliberately just so the whole country can experience the magic of the festival instead of chopping and changing it for each state.
I think it's wonderful, wonderful idea. We're seeing some of the films there, some of the footage. Amazing films. Do you know roughly how many movies there are all up?
There's over 20 this year.
Okay. I thought it was about 21.
Yeah, so for a 4-week festival, essentially, it means there's a huge lineup. Every genre is covered. Like, there really is something for everyone.
So all around Australia, they can watch all the movies like we are here. I know on opening night here we've got a movie called The Ties. We'll talk about that in a moment. But pretty much people can buy their tickets now from palacecinema.com.au.
Yep, that's right, and from the Italian Film Festival website as well.
Which we'll give that out as well very soon. And that's the trailer we're watching. It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It does. So the opening night film, The Ties, it really is one of the standout films of the festival.
Tell us about it.
So it basically charts a family's life over 30 years and how when the parents, when they first got together, there was a bit of an incident. There was an affair in their relationship, and basically how the family has adjusted and was forced to improvise and adapt is the whole premise of the film. So this affair essentially follows the family and their kids throughout multiple generations. It's quite a powerful drama. It's a perfect choice for an opening night film.
Made in 2020,
It
of
is,
course.
yep.
Italian drama. And it's also in Italian for those people who want to watch it. And I can see the trailer there. You can see the subtitles as well.
Yeah.
For those people who are not Italian, but like a little bit of the Italian romance, go down and have a look because you've got the subtitles underneath, so you won't miss out as well. I think I've covered that. And some of the actors that are in it, we can try pronouncing, but I've got to get Luigi Locazio, Laura Morante, Silvio Oriando, and I did that in an Italian accent, by the way, and Giovanna Mezzogiorno, which means Giovanna midday, Mezzogiorno.
I didn't
so
know
that's
that.
a fantastic movie. It's called The Ties. That's the opening night film. On what date?
On the 20th of October, and on that note, the official opening at Luna Leaderville here in Perth has sold out.
Yep.
But we have added an additional screening, a film-only screening at Palace Rain Square on the same night, just so no one misses out.
How good is that? So if you want a little bit more classy, go to Palace Cinema. If you've already got the tickets to Luna, bad luck. But they'll be wonderful as well, rest assured. Hidden Away, tell us about that one.
So this one it's a biographical film, a biographical drama.
Now, this is the story of, let me get it wrong, it's Antonio Ligabue.
Yeah, that's right. So the modern artist, quite a well-known modern artist, and it basically tells the story of his life from when he was a child, born in Switzerland, was forcibly moved to Italy against his will as a young child, goes through his teenage struggles, the discovering of his identity and his style, right through to when he becomes an adult, his mentorship with other famous Italian artists, through to basically the master that he is known for now.
Amazing. And I just saw a thing there saying, era la sua voce. It was his voice, it says on the trailer. But it looks fantastic. Now, can I also say, these are Australian premieres as well.
Yes.
Both the movies, The Ties and Hidden Away.
That's right, yeah. We're very lucky to have so many Australian premieres for this festival.
It's amazing to see the quality of these movies as well. We get invited, the media obviously get invited to a premiere, which is amazing. We always get little Italian snacks to take home or eat there. So I do look forward to it. It's a good night. Three Perfect Daughters.
Yeah, so you mentioned the media premiere, and this is the film that we have just screened to great reviews. I believe this is going to be one of the standout comedies of the festival. It's about three fathers, brother-in-laws, families essentially. They're all friends. They all have teenage daughters who are just starting the dating sort of relationship phase. And as they start experimenting and finding partners, their fathers aren't too happy with their choices.
No, the Italians never are.
No, it's quite judgmental. But of course, that leads to some great comedic moments in the film.
It looks humorous on the trailer there, but we're looking at the moment.
Yeah.
Looks like the fathers are quite controlling.
Yeah, they're a
And
bit
typical
traditional.
dads.
Yeah. And of course, then the story goes on to how families, especially in these more traditional settings, do need to learn to let go, let their kids be their kids, and let them experience life for
I
themselves.
just saw the words on screen saying "e per tuo bene" means it's for your good that I'm doing it.
Oh,
So
okay.
that should tell you a little bit about it. Dad being traditional, not wanting his daughters to get the wrong partner or boyfriends. There seems to be a lot of frolicking in the pool, a little bit of
Yeah.
nudity, some sex as well by the looks of it. So for all those people who want something a little bit more modern as well, I think it's a lot of young people. It's
That's
probably
right.
the one for the young, and that's probably why you've picked it
Yep.
as your media night. But that is also an Australian premiere, made in Italy, 2020. Now, the director for that one was Rolando Ravello, very well-known Italian director, and it's a comedy as well. So if you want something a little bit different, have a look at that one. And the last movie we're looking at is You Came Back.
Yeah, so just to keep on the theme of covering all genres, this is a psychological thriller. It's quite different
Yep.
in the sense of how films go. And it's about a couple that have just realised they're expecting a child. They're having a baby. It's great, like super excited news, but then the mood changes very quickly
I saw
into concern as a childlike supernatural presence emerges in their lives and basically forces this new couple to deal with the ghosts of their past and past decisions and things that have happened in their lives to try to move forward, to get past, to enjoy their future life with their new child.
So there's a little bit of alien experience with this one, is it? A
Well,
little bit
supernatural, yes.
Supernatural?
Yes.
Oh, a scary Italian film.
Yeah,
And I
and-
thought that was the last one with the father being a control freak.
Oh,
but
no, but
This is scary?
Well,
or not?
I wouldn't say scary. I'd say more of a thriller, but
Okay.
Italians do that genre extremely well.
Really?
Yeah, they really
now,
do.
see, I'm looking forward to that. That sounds exciting. Now, am I right in knowing that people can buy tickets to the whole festival rather than each movie?
Yeah, so
And they
we're-
get to see everything?
Yeah, that's right. So we're offering a multi-film festival pass, and it's a 5-ticket package,
Mm-hmm.
which you can purchase at a much more discounted rate than if you purchase the tickets individually. So it's great if you want to catch a whole bunch of films at once.
I think that's a wonderful idea because that way you get the whole lot and you don't have to. All you have to do is pretty much book your tickets. Do you book them, or do you just can you book them online with that package, or do you have to come in and pick them up?
No, you can do it all online. So you
Yep.
can purchase the film pass and which films you want to see all online. So it's very straightforward and easy.
And you can still, if you only want to see a couple of the movies, you can do that as well and
course.
buy them individually. Now, to do that, folks, you need to go to Palace Cinemas website, which is palacecinemas.com.au. It's on the screen right now. And you can also get the Italian Film Festival's website up as well, the italianfilmfestival.com.au. It's on screen right now, and you can buy your tickets there as well. If you go through Palace, it's probably the easiest way of doing it. That way you can pick your sessions as well, if that's what you prefer. Now, Golden Ravioli. I don't know about you, and I was telling Kevin, I popped down to their Northbridge or North Perth store, Highgate, if that's what you want to call it, and they have the best cannelloni, spinach and ricotta. But today they're giving us a selection. You've got ravioli. You've also got the gnocchi. You've got, I'm just waiting for the screen to change, tortellini. I'm doing it in an Italian voice for you. There's the gnocchi. They make the best local. Our new fresh pasta collection is now available, is what they're telling us. And because of that, they're giving away a couple of packs, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
So
Yep.
we're giving away 2 of the 450-gram packs of the fresh pasta. Your selection, you can pick it up from their store if you win, and you can pick whatever you want. And we're also giving away, thanks to you, Palace Cinema, we're giving away 2 of the double festival passes, which means you get to see all the movies if you want, which is fantastic. And that's by Palace Cinema in Rain Square. The prize packs will need to be collected directly from Golden Ravioli's office in Northbridge, which isn't very high. It's just there on Beaufort Street, I believe. And the winners will be drawn next week after the show. Thank you. What else do you want to tell me? How do you enter? Well, thank you very much for asking us. 0439 929 929 is our number. Let's make it a code word. Let's make it an easy code word. Let's call it golden. Nice and easy. The word needs to be golden. Your name and address needs to be on that SMS 0439 929 929, and we will pick two people, and we're giving away two packs and two of the movie festival passes, thanks to Palace Cinema. Nice and easy. Anything else you wanted to say, Kev?
No, that covers the festival. It's just going to be an amazing festival. It's really the big relaunch after half the country's in lockdown. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to do it really well, just like the grand final. Welcome back to Palace Cinemas, into the world of cinemas. Let's hope all the Palace Cinemas open up around Australia very soon. Keep watching your movies in Perth at Palace Cinemas Rain Square, brand new location. Thank you to Kevin.
Thanks.
You might catch him at the cinemas, and we'll see you at the cinema. We'll be back with more of The Couch right after this. Welcome back to The Couch. We have got a great event happening on the 30th of October this year. It's called the Kambarang Festival. It's going to be wonderful. We've got Nisha talking to a very special guest, the coordinator for the entertainment, Natasha. Over to you, Nisha.
Wonderful. Thank you, Fred. The Kambarang Festival promises to be very exciting. Thank you for joining us, Natasha.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Kambarang Festival, it's not the first time it's happened, so there's a lot of exciting things to talk about.
Very exciting, yes.
What does Kambarang mean?
Kambarang is like my most favourite season. So we have 6 seasons in our Noongar culture. And Kambarang is my favourite season of all of them. It's just beautiful. There's just warm winds blowing. There's wannal filling the air. It's just beautiful. Uncle Richard Wally tells the most beautiful stories about our 6 seasons, and Kambarang is definitely my favourite. And we have amazing artists performing 30th of October in Midland, City of Swan, which is where I live as well. It's just amazing.
So it's your community, and I get the essence is really about growth and renewal and
really is.
Education, storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely. Storytelling, yes.
So you are a featured artist.
I am.
So tell me a bit about what your performance will be about.
Yeah, so I'm really excited because I'm going to be performing with the Perth Symphony Orchestra, which will be amazing.
That would be
I know.
Wow.
It's mind-blowing.
That is mind-blowing. Phenomenal.
Yeah. And just amazing artists in our community. So we've got Fluent, Tani, Malachi, Jared Wall. There's just incredible artists that are going to be performing. Junkadelic with Uncle Richard Wally, Almond Wally, just telling the stories of our beautiful 6 seasons.
Amazing. So I'm envisaging myself going to the festival. What can I expect when I first walk in? What's my experience
will
going to be like?
blown away. It's just amazing. Yeah, they have beautiful. Just the artists that are going to be performing are just incredible, so you'll really enjoy it.
Natasha, why is it so important, especially within, I guess, the Indigenous culture too, to keep the stories alive and to really feel the culture?
Our stories are everything to us. Like, our culture is just so important, and to pass down to the next generations as well. So I think it's so important for us to pass on these stories and just to keep, the 6 seasons, which is just amazing. To tell those stories in itself is just incredible.
Brilliant. And the 6 seasons, interestingly, they're talking about within the climate change space too, because there's a lot to learn from our Indigenous culture about how we work the land as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
So
100%.
That's beautiful. Now, you talked about some of the performers. I've got something down here about a puppet parade as well.
Yes, there's going to be
I might bring my nephew if
I
that's
think
the case.
you should.
What does that look like?
Yeah, and Annie Gina Williams and Guy Gauss and the puppet parade will just be amazing. They will just love it. All the kids, so it's all the community, the children, everybody involved in one. So
I can't wait. I think the puppet parade brings back warm memories for me.
Yeah.
And I've got here, and I'm going to get you to pronounce. Is it Weet Park?
Yeah, Weet Park.
Weet
yes,
Park.
yes.
Yep. So what is it? What
Yes. So like Yagan Square, which was named after Yagan, Weet is our owner from the Swan River colony.
Beautiful. Okay,
and
great.
he was one of the elders from there from the 1930s, and just incredible. So I'm so happy to be able to share these stories and all of our, to share with our community as well.
Natasha, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, and we're looking
you.
forward to the Cumberrung Festival.
Thank you.
Now, people would like to buy some tickets or find out more. Shortly on the screen, we're going to have some of those details. I'm sure as well, though, that we can do a Google search too. But on the screen there, we've got Saturday, 30th of October, 1 to 8 p.m. If you would like to go, you can hit up Instagram, because I do believe that there is a special page there under the Cumberrung Festival.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep,
wonderful.
correct.
And look, we are so excited. There we go. There's at the bottom of the screen the handle at cumberrung.fest on Instagram. So excited to have you back on the show at some
Thank
stage.
you.
It's like-
Definitely.
she's very dynamic. You can just feel it. So I'm sure there'll be lots of. I'm going to come watch you perform. But thank you so much, and we'll
Thank
see you again
you.
very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. My pleasure. Now, of course, if you've missed any of that, you can go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page. But Cumberrung Festival, very excited. 30th of October from 1 to 8 p.m. Hit it up on Insta. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you to Natasha as well. 30th of October, it's on a Saturday, folks. It's the Cumberrung Festival 2021. It's at the Crescent in Midland. And, of course, the Cumberrung Festival is a new event by Upbeat Events. They're looking after it. It's focused on celebrating the art, the culture and the traditions of First Nations people in the city of Swan region. The free entry event will start at the Locale. I'm saying it in Italian here, or the local. And then later we'll be parading over the Wyatt Park, and its official opening will be in Midland. Now, please get involved. Swing by and enjoy live entertainment, lots of food, lots of market stalls, kids' activities, gourmet foods is my favourite, and lots of stuff. So Instagram is where you go to find the details. Do they need to buy tickets in advance, or can they just turn up? I think they can just turn up, can't they? There you go. I'm getting the nod by Susie on the side here. Thank you very much for coming in today. Please support them. Now, somebody else we love to support are young people performing on the show. Today, we've got the band that's coming in. It's called Mammoth. They're performing for us centre stage. Here they are.
Burnt lips when the wind blows, black tint on the windows. I can't see what the future holds, but I wanna know. I tiptoe on the dirt road, too hot for the devil. I can't see what the future holds, but I wanna know. It's like hearts don't bleed like mine. All we need is time. The summer is a curse and it can't let go. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. The summer is a curse and we fall apart. Dark days in a deeper cold. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. The summer is a curse and we fall apart. Oh, oh, oh. Sea breeze to convince me, yeah, I don't need the city. I could leave in a heartbeat, and you gotta know, yeah, you gotta know. Hearts don't bleed like mine. All we need is time. The summer is a curse and you can't let go. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. The summer is a curse and we fall apart. Dark days in a deeper cold. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. The summer is a curse and we fall apart. The summer is a curse and I can't let go. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. We fall apart. The summer is a curse and I can't let go. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. The summer is a curse and we fall apart. Dark days in a deeper cold. If you never try, then you never know. Broke city with a broken heart. The summer is a curse and we fall apart. The summer is a curse and you can't let go. If you never try, then you never know.
Well done to Mammoth, all under 12 years of age and doing a wonderful job. Thanks for coming in. West End Music Academy or Wemma Music, if you want to know more. Or maybe you've got kids that want to do some music, contact Wemma as well. WEMA, West End Music Academy in Osborne Park. Now, it's time for us to talk arena, RAC Arena. Marika Bailey's back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for
Now,
having me.
it's becoming busy because
Yeah.
during the week you messaged me and said, Fred, I've got another event. And I thought, geez, if you didn't have enough
I
to
know.
start with. So let's get straight into it. How's everything going at RAC
good.
Arena?
So, I mean, the 2022-23 year financial year is looking massive. It could potentially be our biggest event year yet.
We're very lucky, aren't we? The fact that we don't have COVID and
Yeah.
the restrictions are pretty much gone.
Yeah, we have no capacity restrictions anymore.
We should just
It's all
offer to
opened
do
up.
all the events from Perth.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
Please, we can take
Come
them.
to Perth.
There's
we want you
availability.
here.
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Now, we've got 7 today.
Yes.
7 events. Let's start, okay?
Yes.
Let's start with the first one. We've got Home Alone in concert presented by WASO on the 10th of December.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
So basically, the movie Home Alone, classic Christmas,
Which we all know.
Yes, will be playing on a big screen, and the live music will be performed by the West Australian Symphony Orchestra.
Are they all local actors?
No, sorry, the movie will be playing as.
Oh, so
as-
we're going to run the movie
Yeah.
and WASO will do the music.
Yeah.
How
They'll-
good is that?
Yeah. So
and
they're
you know
doing
what?
that quite
It's
a
a
few-
favourite.
Yeah, it's a
People
Christmas
love
classic.
it. Oh, you know what? It's every Christmas, and poor old Macaulay Culkin's like 50 now, and
Is he?
I think he is.
I feel like he's my age, but who knows? I don't really
Wow,
keep tabs
you look
on
good
him.
for 50.
Yeah.
Can
thank
I
you.
just say it's going to be great to do this. Is it going to be something spectacular for people to come along and listen to?
I think it's
going to
get everyone in the mood for Christmas. Like, it's the 10th of December, so we're just sort of easing into the festive
What's
period.
the capacity for this one? How many people can come?
Oh, I don't know. I imagine it's full
The
sort
usual?
of arena capacity if we get to
What
that.
can we fit? 40,000? 20,000? 15?
Not quite. 16 and a half.
That's a lot of people.
Yep.
So
at full
fantastic.
capacity.
Home Alone in concert. So if you love the movie, you can watch the movie again, but you've got WASO doing the accompanying music.
Yeah, if you're a music fan, come along.
What a
and-
great idea. And WASO are amazingly
They are.
fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at the second one. Now we've got the Kid Lardy.
The Lardy?
Did I pronounce it right?
Kid
Larry. Leroy.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you can tell I'm not a rapper.
Yeah, you're not quite.
Let me do it again. The Kid Leroy
Yes,
is coming to
nailed it.
Perth, 30th of May next year,
Yes.
2022. Now, can you tell me who Kid Leroy is? Because I know some of our crew have just gone, yeah, wow.
Yeah. He's very popular.
What
at the
does he
moment.
do?
He's blowing up. So you're right. He is sort of a rapper style genre.
See, I was right. He's a rapper.
He's recently done
That's him.
a song with Justin Bieber. So he's
Is
blowing
that
up around
the
the
guy
world.
with Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Oh, I do know Kid Leroy.
Yeah, so
Why
he's-
didn't you say it was Kid
Oh,
Leroy?
of course. I'm sorry. I
Marika,
missed that.
Kid Leroy.
Yeah.
I know him. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, what can we expect for this one?
So he's an 18-year-old from New
Mm.
South Wales, and as I said, he's blowing up around the world. So he's doing great things at the moment, and it's selling really well. So
How did we get him to Perth, but next year's going to be here.
Yep.
So if he's going to be, I assume he's pretty hot and pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
So May is only around the corner. Do we need to
Yeah.
get these tickets now?
definitely, you definitely want to lock that in. And actually, I know like there's so many shows coming out at the moment, so it can be difficult to sort of pay for all
Yeah.
these tickets. But
Get 'em and
Ticket
space 'em out.
do Afterpay, so you can.
Can you do that? You can slowly pay them off.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great idea. There you go. After pay.
Yeah.
If you buy your tickets through Ticketek, which
Yeah.
is great. It's
Which is
still
our
helping
ticketing
us.
agent.
Which is wonderful, isn't it? Now, Tyler, the creator.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that right? Tyler?
did. Tyler, the creator.
26th of July next year.
Yes.
What is that? And who's the artist?
So another sort of from that same sort of similar genre, and another one that's blowing up around the world at the moment. He's really quirky. He's great. So yeah, 26th of July he's coming. Tickets are from 82 to 172, depending
not
how much
bad.
you want to sort of have a big night out. It's his first headlining tour in over 8 years in Australia. So it's
Wonderful.
been a little while between drinks.
So if you love Tyler, he's coming to Perth. Buy your tickets as quickly as you can. Ticketek if you want to do Afterpay as well. Now, I know this one, The Script.
You do then?
I do know.
Who
I
are
don't
they?
follow the script as in here,
Yeah.
but I know the music part of it.
Yeah.
20th of September, they're coming to Perth.
Yes.
2022. So these are all next year.
Next
But
year.
we're doing this in advance so people, we want to confirm that they're coming. So we need you to buy tickets so we know that it's going to be very busy.
We're just excited that these international acts are coming back.
We're lucky to
and
have them, and
yeah.
at least we're planning forward, you know, and I
Yeah.
think that's great.
Something to look forward to.
The script itself,
Mm.
what can people expect as an act?
So they're a three-piece duo from Dublin. and the last time they came to Perth, what was it? It was 2015
it's
or
been
so.
about 5,
yeah,
6 years.
It's been a little while, so it'd be
Very,
good to
very
have them
popular,
back.
very well known.
Yeah, they're
And
massive.
if you love their music,
And they're celebrating their greatest hits from their 6 studio albums so far. So
sounds good. That's the script. 20th of September 22. Get your tickets now. Now, this one here, I always get the first name right.
Uh-oh.
Billie, is it Eilish?
Eilish. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting good
been
with all
practicing.
these cool names.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish is coming to Perth. Thank you very much, Marika. 29th of September.
Yes.
Next year. Now, I know her.
She's massive.
She is massive.
Yeah, she's got the
Fantastic
new
music.
Bond song, like the Bond's coming out,
Yes.
and that's a massive
You look at
deal.
me like I don't know.
No,
Of course I know
of
Billie
course.
Eilish.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
yeah,
at first I thought it was Billy Idol. And I thought, he's coming
very
to Perth.
similar. Very
Hot in
similar.
the city. But no, Billie Eilish is an amazing singer. Most
Yeah.
people in our crew would probably know who she is. There she is there on the screen.
She's very
we
quirky
can expect,
as well.
is it how many hour concert would that be?
Oh,
3,
I
4?
imagine. I mean, usually the headliner is about an hour and a half or so.
That's a
I mean,
pretty long concert.
But depends. Bruce Springsteen does his whole thing, and that's what 2 hours of just Bruce. So who knows? We don't have the timings as yet, but it will be exciting.
So look forward to that. Again, 29th of September. Billie Eilish confirmed for RAC Arena.
Yes.
Well, this one here, did anyone say menu log? Snoop
Everyone said it.
Everyone, do you
Yes.
imagine, you know, when you meet him, and I'm pretty sure you probably will.
I'm sure,
He's
yeah.
going to say, look, I hear that about a million times.
Yes.
Did somebody say menu log?
Everyone, when we announced it on social media, they were like, I hope he plays that song.
He will do.
Everyone loved
you know
it.
he will.
Yeah.
Because he'll be paid to do that for,
Yeah,
for
probably.
menu log. But
They'll sponsor the tour.
26th of October,
Yes.
and he's a cool rapper, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been around for a
He's
while.
a cool dude.
Yeah,
Do you like
17
Snoop Dogg?
albums.
Do you like him yourself? He's not my thing.
He's not it's not the style of music I listen to.
I don't think you'll ever get my thing here in Perth. ABBA, have you heard of them?
I have. No,
I
they've just got some new music.
Yeah, I still have faith in you.
Is this a new
Would you
song,
like
or
me to
should I know
maybe
that
do
one?
it? That is the song.
Oh, yeah. I don't keep up. I'm sorry.
No,
I
well,
should. Unless
glad.
they're coming to the arena and then I'm across it.
Don't shut me down. That's the other one that you just did, so
Oh.
I won't worry about that. Snoop Dogg, 26th of October,
Yes.
2022. Tickets available now from the RSC Arena website or Ticketek if you want to use Afterpay. You've got lots of things there to book, guys. I know you're going to go on straight away and start booking.
Yeah.
Afterpay through Ticketek. What a great
It's
idea.
a bit easy to manage.
Dua Lipa.
Mm.
Dua Lipa. Did I say that right?
yeah, I mean, with a bit of an accent. I like that. Yeah, a bit of flair.
Dua means
Spicy.
sort of two. Lipa means lip with an A, I guess. So
Lip
Dua
with an A,
Lipa.
okay.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah. She's
What-
amazing. Are
an
you
amazing
aware of Dua?
Look, I have heard of her, I
Yeah.
must admit.
She's,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Now, that's
She's-
another fantastic artist that we've secured here in Perth.
I'm very excited about
16th
her.
of November next year. There she is on screen. Pretty cool. And you know what it is? Everybody's seeing these artists and say, Fred, they're just amazing. We've got them coming to Perth.
International acts coming back.
We couldn't have waited to telethon next year, could we? We could have had all these artists in September, October, November.
Yeah.
But look, they are wonderful. Now, only one show from all of these people, I'm assuming,
Yeah, for now.
for now.
Unless
okay,
they
so
sort of
Dua
sell
Lipa.
out and there's
How do you
demand.
pronounce it? Is it Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, unless I'm pronouncing it
Without
incorrect.
the
but,
Italian accent?
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
Last time she was with us, actually, she was supporting Bruno Mars back in 2018.
Oh, wow.
So we have had her, but this is her own show, so headlining around Australia.
Fantastic. Now, that will be 16th of November 2022.
Yes.
For details about these shows, we'd love you to go to racarena.com.au or go to Ticketek, as Marika said, and you can do Afterpay. And I'm pretty sure you can actually go to Ticketek from the RAC Arena website.
Yeah.
Is that right?
100%.
Lots of things happening.
It's very
Have you got
exciting.
a Christmas show coming up this year? Anything coming up Christmassy?
I mean, Home Alone is pretty Christmassy.
But are we having a party at all?
Oh.
As in a
Yeah, you're trying to get an invite, are you?
Marika, fancy.
You would never. Nah.
Thank you, Marika. You're lovely. Can't wait for the Christmas
yeah,
party.
you're on the blacklist.
Marika, baby, remind me later. Thanks, Tyra.
She's not getting a Christmas card.
It is a wonderful place, a wonderful arena. It's fully in business, fully open.
Yeah.
We'd love you to support it. Don't forget the all-day parking. If you need some parking in the city,
You've
it's
got a
available.
Christmas function coming up. We
Christmas function,
we
yeah.
can have you. We've got 5 function spaces, as well as the arena if you've got a whole bunch of friends.
Take a new look at an old friend, RAC Arena. It's there. It's owned by the state. It's managed by these wonderful people that Marika knows and aren't inviting me to the Christmas party.
No, we don't have it set up yet. I mean,
I'm surprised you even have a Christmas party.
No,
Nobody has it anymore.
I'm not sure if we will. I don't know.
You do great work. Thank you, Marika.
Thank
we
you.
may catch up with Marika before the end of the year,
Yeah,
hopefully, maybe
we've got
November.
some more events to announce.
And we'll talk more about them. But please check out their website, rosarena.com.au for more details. We'll take a break. More of the couch after this, and we'll negotiate Christmas. Thank you. Welcome back to the couch. Hope you're doing fine out there. You're well. And thank you for watching. And don't forget, you can also follow up on the website. If you haven't caught all of the show today on Foxtel, we'd love you to go to our website, thecouch.com.au, which will take you to our Facebook page. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, depending on Facebook, but it is up at the moment. So please check out our episode and also our Couch YouTube channel. You'll have all the details there as well. But talking about social media and entertainment, Talking Entertainment, Alexander Sacosta, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Fred. Always a pleasure to be back. Always happy to talk about entertainment.
And can I just say, we're going to talk about Mamma Mia, but that's a role that you're going to have.
I am actually really excited about being part of this.
And am I allowed to say that you're going to be doing some presenting on Telethon next weekend?
Well, I guess that would work when this airs
Yeah.
on the week. So
But
I'm
the
presenting right now.
You are on air,
Ooh.
or tonight. But the thing is as well, you're on our YouTube and Facebook early.
So you calling me the king of all media?
That's it. You're like Eddie everywhere, but you're like Alexander everywhere.
I'm like the plague.
Well, let's hope not as dangerous.
The good plague.
But let's spread some of that plague.
The
Daniel
joyful
Craig
plague.
talking about
Daniel Craig plague.
What's happening with him?
Well, you know how he said he wouldn't do James Bond again. He obviously did do one more, and then
Yep.
the film was delayed again and again. And the film is No Time to Die.
Yep.
How
He's
appropriately
been quite
titled.
adamant on the red carpet. He doesn't want to do
Do you know
it.
what he said though? His quote was, "I'd rather slash my wrists than play James Bond again." It's like, buddy,
Has he
just
got
say
the-
a simple no thanks.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
Right?
Look, I was talking to Clint Driedberg from Nova in Ireland.
I thought you were about to say Clint Eastwood.
No, Clint Driedberg. He's one of the entertainment people for Network 10.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, he was quite forceful, and he basically said, "I'm not interested. I'm
Yeah.
not doing any more. That's it."
I don't want to. I
And
don't care who plays
He could
the
have been
next
more
guy.
diplomatic.
You think
don't
so?
You think?
He seemed very uncomfortable to be on that red carpet.
Yep.
Did not want to answer questions. Was just over it.
And I get it. I get he
Yeah.
doesn't want to do it. But like you said, he could have said, "Look,
Be a bit
I've
gracious.
loved it. Thank you
Yeah,
for the,
thank you
the
for
opportunity. Thanks for
Who
the
do you think
check."
should play him next? Thanks for the
Do you know
millions
who
of
I'd
dollars.
love to see him play? I reckon you get the Mr. Beam.
Rowan Atkinson
Yep.
as James Bond.
I think it makes a different style of James Bond. But there's plenty of actors out there.
I think.
Who would you use?
Okay, you need someone like real manly. Timothy Chalamet.
Okay, really?
I feel like he's doing literally every film. They're like, oh yeah, Timothy Chalamet. will
Here's
play.
one for you, and this is just an idea, and I bet you if it happens, you're going to say, Fred was right. Have
Meryl
you ever
Streep.
thought of a female? No, Angelina Jolie or someone. Let's think of a female, because I think it's that type of world.
Shift the entire thing and then have it be.
Imagine, if you're going to do it, do it really, really
do
well.
it really well.
And have a female play
But wouldn't you want
James
them to have
Bond.
their own kind of thing as opposed to just having like James Bond who becomes Jane Bond? It's
No,
like,
but that won't be James Bond. We'll just call it 007.
okay, so it's a new character
Agent
regardless.
007.
Yeah.
And just think of it. They'll write it in, but you are 007?
Right.
I am. Shaken, not stirred.
We'll go completely left of field and just go for like one of those other agents that works in an office somewhere like 0015 who just
Yeah.
answers calls or something.
I think so. But I reckon they'll find somebody, and that's a good thing. Now, what's happening with Kylie Minogue? She's coming back to Melbourne.
After 30 years, Fred, Kylie has decided that she doesn't want to live in London anymore, despite the fact that she left
Yes.
Australia after, playing Charlene.
Now, of
on
course, she's
Neighbours.
Danny Minogue's sister, but can I
Yeah,
tell
that's
you...
how she's known. We're always
she
like,
was-
oh yeah, Danny Minogue's
But that's
sister.
how she was discovered, because I'm old enough to remember. She came on Young Talent,
Talent Time, yes.
and then she was picked for Neighbours and went on Neighbours. But the funny thing is, I was just reading some magazines, and
There she is,
Kylie and her
looking beautiful.
sister inherited a building in Melbourne.
Oh,
that
good,
her
because they were
father-
really struggling financially.
Well, yeah,
so
well,
it's important
apparently,
to,
this is the story here. The building the father bought to run his business out of was worth $3 million in Melbourne. They
Hmm.
just sold it for $22 million.
Right.
There you go, and the sisters have shared in that.
Oh, good.
And I think Danny Minogue just sold her house for $4 million.
good.
So
yes.
hopefully they're
22
moving in
plus
together.
4, 26. Yeah, no, I think it's really important that the rich get
Is
richer.
there a reason why she's moving back? As she
Well,
said?
she just said she's with the homesickness and things like that. But you think it feels more like a career move. So I feel like somebody wants to be on The Masked Singer, Fred.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe eventually they'll have her on. But can I say, talking about entertainment and The Masked Singer,
Yeah.
I hope they do give it a break for a while, because I must admit, I wasn't as riveted as I was. Yeah, they had Macy Gray and they had Anastasia and they had a
Yeah.
whole heap of great people, but they're all people who are not working.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say,
Yeah.
I know they're big stars, but to bring over stars that, you know, into a COVID time, we've
Well,
got
then
COVID.
technically everyone's The Masked Singer in COVID times.
And the whole point is, couldn't we use Australian singers or Australian actors? What
like
different?
Kylie Minogue.
Because you only know they're famous until they're once they're exposed, aren't
Well,
they? You don't. For
I feel like
the
I play the
3-4
guessing game, like who are they before they take
Correct.
off the mask, and they play the other game, who are they
Correct.
once they've taken off the mask.
Adrian wants us to have a look at the monitor.
Ah,
There
here we
you
go, Masked Singer. Yeah. And what's so interesting?
Didn't rate as well as it did in the past.
I don't know if you get cringed by this, but whenever I see those judges do those stupid guesses where there was like, is
The
it
faked ones.
Adele? And you're like, no, I'm pretty sure it's not one of the most successful female artists of all time. I'm pretty sure that's not who's under
And what
the
about
mask.
some of the stupid
Yeah,
guesses?
is it Cher?
Is it, Lady this and is it
Yeah,
the
Lady
Queen?
Gaga.
Is it the Queen? Is it Roger Moore? Whatever. You know,
Is
like.
it Prince Andrew? No, he's in hiding, not
You-
behind a mask.
So look, there was Anastasia, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Anastasia.
A lot of
who-
this show, I don't know if you know, there's no audience, obviously.
Yeah, that implies the laughter.
Did
and
you
the
see the
applause.
one, the footage of the character that fell over and the head fell off?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, one of the characters, the bogan-looking one with the head, the fish,
Oh,
the
Axel Whitehead.
mullet. Yeah, the head came off.
Yeah,
and
but that was okay if people didn't know who he was.
Yeah, they
so.
didn't know who it was, but they quickly edited it very well, so you didn't see the face. But look, I hope they give it a rest for a while.
I agree.
And
think
maybe a
it's-
couple of years, and then maybe bring it back.
I hope they never bring it back, Fred.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I think at a certain point we've got to say, like, I think we've
Bring more
reached the
drama.
bottom.
Bring more
Yeah,
drama
let's
back to
actually-
television.
Yeah, there's got to be something better than having
Moulin Rouge. What's happening with
10 Tony Awards.
That's
very
a lot.
successful. For an Australian production, Baz Luhrmann has always obviously been very big about promoting Australian artists, promoting Australian stories, and to have kind of an Australian musical break into the American market like that, first as the movie, obviously with Nicole Kidman, but then now as the musical as well, to do so well, and it's opening in Melbourne as well. It's wonderful because he's just like, we've got this opportunity here in Australia to have a vibrant arts culture, and we've got all these celebrities moving back as well.
Correct.
So it's like, why not refocus and build the arts here for all
I
of
agree
us?
with you.
Yeah.
I think Moulin Rouge was great as a show, very long,
Yeah.
but it was good.
Yeah.
And well done.
Yeah,
Great,
10 Tony
great
Awards,
awards.
fantastic.
And Mamma Mia, you got to tell us about that before we wrap up.
Mamma mia, Fred.
I've been cheated by you since I don't know when. How would you not know when if you were cheated by you?
You're asking hard questions, Fred.
What do you do in the show?
What do I do in the show? I get to play the fun dad, Bill.
Dad?
Yes, Fred, Dad. Say it louder. I don't think they heard you in
Dad,
Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
The former Yugoslavia.
Dad?
There's
So-
me. But it's not about me, Fred, but in a way it's about me.
Are they your teeth? Or is
Are they
that-
my What?
You've got the widest teeth out of all of them. Look at
Thank
those
you.
teeth.
Would you
Come
believe they
on.
just grew naturally that way? No
You got-
braces, plates, a
I
wire
thought they
that's
were
still
painted
there.
on. You know how sometimes there you go, they've got the same teeth. No, it's yours. So are you looking forward to
I
it?
am very much looking
When's
forward
it
to being part of
starting?
that. So that's Wednesday, November 3rd through to Monday, November 15th at the Regal Theatre
Good
in
cast?
Subiaco. Fantastic cast. Very good, bringing different people from all over the place to work together.
It's great to see a show like Mamma Mia back. I mean, it's not the original cast, but this is probably even better because it's local.
Local.
And you got some amazing artists.
And we're in a time in our lives now where we kind of want to just escape to something a bit fun. Why not?
Yeah, I
Come
agree
onto
with
the
you.
island with me.
Do you do a bit of singing?
A bit of
Can
singing,
you
a bit
sing
of dancing.
a little bit?
Can I
Go
sing
on.
a bit of it?
Go on. A little bit of the song.
No
30 seconds.
pressure.
No, go on. What do you sing? Tell me a song.
I'm singing Take a Chance on Me.
Okay, go.
We
Take a
could
chance,
go
take a chance.
walking as long as we're together.
Ever. Or
That was
we can
beautiful,
go
Fred.
talking.
All right, don't try to upstage me because,
Okay,
I
you're
need
right.
this job.
We could be ABBA. A. Now we just need the double.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe we need some alcohol to sing better. That show is available. Please check out the
Yeah,
website.
tickets
We'd love
through
you to
Tic
buy tickets. Alexander Secosta will watch you on Telethon. Do a great
Yes, please
job.
do.
And we'll look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks'
Thank you
time or
very much,
thereabouts.
Fred.
Now it's time to head over to the kitchen because I'm hungry. Nisha's got another fantastic cook. Over to you, Nisha.
Thank you, Fred. We have Blaze Young joining us today, head chef from the New Ruin in Fremantle. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Very exciting as we've got some great venues opening up in Perth. Before we talk more about the New Ruin, let's excite our customers by letting them know what we're cooking here today.
So today we're going to be making my salted monkfish under a fur coat, which is inspired by an old school Russian salad.
Beautiful. Okay, now let's talk through some of these ingredients.
Yep, so we have our beautiful monkfish, which is coming from Scott Reef, which is from the north of the WA coast. We've got some nice flake salt, got some blanched potato with some pickled shallot in there, some fresh dill, fresh lemon, a little bit of cooked beetroot mixed with some horseradish. We've got some blanched carrot. We've got a little bit of boiled egg that's just been mixed through with a good quality mayonnaise. And to top it all off, we have a really beautiful Yarra Valley caviar.
Wonderful. So using all fresh local produce as well.
Yeah, so food is very produce focused. I think if you start with a really good base, your food is always going to taste really nice at the end.
I'm really interested. What does a New Ruin mean? While we get started, so you're going to start to prepare the fish?
Yes, I'm just going to poach off this monkfish quickly, which is how we get to this right here. It's a very simple preparation of just taking it off the bone, and then we're going to poach it in a little bit of olive oil.
Yep. So I hear you helped build, the whole branding and the culture for New Ruin and the structure. What does New Ruin actually mean? What was that inspired through?
So it's a mixture of two different names, which is Mother's Ruin and New Geneva, which is the two oldest names for gin. So it is primarily a cocktail bar, and we have a beautiful focus on native ingredients in our cocktails there, which complements the food really beautifully.
Beautiful. And this recipe, fur coat, where does that come from? We're not actually putting fur on our dish, and it's in a very attractive looking dish once we get there. But
No, it's a very old school Russian dish. So I've just popped the monkfish into some olive oil here, and we're just going to add some aromats. And it's basically originally made with salted herring, and then it's topped with all these beautiful, colourful ingredients, which creates the fur coat to cover up the
beautiful. Okay, so shall I pop this on?
Yep, so you can pop that one on. So we're just going to bring it really gently up to the boil, and then as soon as it starts to bubble, we'll turn it off and let it slowly poach. And then once it's out of there, the monkfish will get shredded, which will be the base of the salad.
So life of a head chef, how's it treating you?
It's been such a whirlwind, but it's been really fun. We've kind of finally got to the point where we have a really beautiful team, and it's kind of just getting to the point where it's a bit more of a routine, which is nice.
Yeah, fantastic. So 12 Norfolk Street in Fremantle, when are you open?
We're open Wednesday to Sunday. We do Wednesday, Thursday dinners, and then Friday to Sunday lunch and dinner.
Fantastic. Okay, so you're starting to plate up now, which is fantastic. So
yes, so we're just building the dish. We start with a ring mould, and we're just going to make some beautiful little layers of each of these ingredients.
I'm going to tilt this forward here just to show everyone. We can imagine we've got that compressed in there. What have we got in there?
So this one is the salted potato that's seasoned up with a little bit of pickled shallot. That's going to give a really nice vinegary base. So this one's just starting to bubble away now, so we can turn that off and just let it rest out. And once it's cooled down, I would take it out of there and chill it in the refrigerator.
For our guests at home, when they're making this dish, can they prepare a lot of this like you have sort of either the day before, some of the elements?
Yeah, I would say prepare a large amount, and then you can eat it for a few days. Really.
Excellent. We'll all be making fur coats.
So I'm just going to season this fish with just a little bit of flaky salt and a little squeeze of fresh lemon juice.
Wonderful.
And then it's all about the freshness in this salad. So you've got the zestiness of the lemon, you've got the real fresh flavour of the dill, that's your next layer. And then we're going to move on to our little salad element. So you're using about 1.5 tablespoons of each of the ingredients. If you don't have a ring mould at home, this is really beautiful to eat just as a regular salad. This is just the preparation that we use in the restaurant. Because it is a little bit of a showstopper.
Well, this is your signature dish, you were saying before, to a degree at the moment?
Yeah, I was really impressed with our customer base, actually, that they kind of got so behind it, because, eating a salted fish salad does seem like a little bit weird, but people have really embraced it, which is really lovely.
And how did you come up with the idea of this dish or your dishes? Because I'm imagining that it's you're going to be changing dishes each week. What can we expect when we come in?
Yeah, a lot of my food is obviously very seasonally driven, but I really like to be inspired by kind of the old school, classic French, old school Australian recipes that my grandma used to teach me.
Okay.
So kind of reinventing them and making them a little bit more approachable for modern eaters.
And is that part of your drive? We've probably got a lot of our audience members thinking, I'd love to be a head chef. How easy is it?
Yeah. Look, I think the best thing is that, you know, cooking for a living, you get to eat a lot of really beautiful things, but it definitely, you know, is hard work, but is also extremely rewarding at the end of the day.
Wonderful. And all fresh ingredients. I'm looking at this thinking, even, you know, as a cook, definitely not a chef at your level, is we're able to boil the eggs and make this relatively easily by chopping.
It's super simple. I think the beauty of it comes together in the complexity of all the ingredients working together, but individually they are really simply prepared.
Wonderful. And what would you recommend for those budding cooks and potentially chefs out there who are watching you thinking, I would love to be a part of a new restaurant in a cool area like
Give me a
Toowoomba?
call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I think it's a really
Wonderful.
beautiful lifestyle.
Well, look at us. You've definitely cooked to time. So we know that how we would cook the fish here, but you've got one pre-prepared there. Wow, voila, look at that. That is amazing. Let's hold that up now. So just quickly, would you like to go through the ingredients there again for us?
Yeah, so you've got your blanched potato on the bottom. We've got our salted Scott Reef monkfish in the middle. You've got a layer of dill, some blanched carrot, some cooked beets with a bit of horseradish and a little bit of egg salad, and then it's topped with some beautiful smoked salmon caviar.
Well, that looks amazing. I'm going to try some. While I do that, can you tell our audience where they can find out more about the restaurant?
Yes, so we're located on 12 Norfolk Street in Fremantle, and we are on all the socials. Our website is enruin.com.
Amazing. You've got all the various flavours as you go through. So in lieu of not trying to sound like an expert, the texture is amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you so much. I'll definitely be checking out New Ruin, 12 Norfolk Street in Fremantle. And we'd love to have you back on and see how you're going maybe the next few months.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
What's next for you? Anything exciting?
I think I'm going to be living at the bar for quite a while.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm sure we can expect some exciting menu changes in future.
Wonderful. Blaze Young, a great head chef here in Fremantle, Perth. If you want to know more, you can obviously search for her personally as well. I'm sure a lot of aspiring chefs out there would like to know more. But if you've missed any of that at all, you can go to our Facebook page or thecouch.com.au as well. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. That looks wonderful. Save some for me. And we'll see you on the other side of this break talking customer service with Chris Moyer right after this. Thank you very much.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Restrictions and COVID passports are now what we are looking at for moving forward when we talk about COVID-19 and the way Australia manages it. To talk about that and the way customer service is reacting to it, or will react to it, is Nisha Seth with Chris Moyer. Over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Fred. And a controversial topic, yet a really important one, Chris, to talk about.
Great to be back, Nisha and Fred. And look, it's going to be an interesting thing to chat about because at this point in time, there's this sort of future that's very unknown. Will we have COVID passports or will we not? Now, today's segment, everybody, is not to talk about whether we should have them or not. What we're going to talk about today is if COVID passports become such a thing. So, for instance, if we need to show proof of vaccination to go into a cafe or a restaurant. What are some things that I'm, feeling that businesses need to be aware of, especially that's going to affect customer service as we know it?
And very important to prepare for that because given the decisions that a lot of companies are making about their employees having to be vaccinated, one should think that this is more likely than not to happen.
Absolutely. So, so let's just assume it is. Now, let's just have a chat about it for a second, about passports in general. So just for a moment, think about these three situations. You arrive into Australia from another country, you see customs and you show your passport, okay? That's number one. You get pulled over by a police officer to, because you might be speeding or because it's an RBT and you have to pull out your driver's license. Or you go into a nightclub and you have to show your ID. Now, on all three occasions, you're producing ID in a very law enforcement way. Now, I know every time I give my ID to a police officer, I sit there quietly, I sit there silently. Every time I come into Australia from customs, I don't laugh with customs, I just say, here's my ID, and I'm very serious. So what's going to be interesting is if we have to start providing this ID whenever we go into cafes, restaurants, public places. What's that going to do to the mood? That's the first thing. I mean,
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
How do you manage that as a customer?
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Well, as a customer, I mean, that's the thing, customers, and this is all about getting bums on seats, getting people into cafes. So everybody has, spent a lot of time in lockdown or in various lockdowns. We're all very eager to get out and get into cafes. So just imagine, for instance, people, especially currently in New South Wales or Victoria, restaurants open their doors. People go running in there to want to have, their meal for the first time in 6 months. And then all of a sudden someone walks into the front and crosses their arms and says, passport, please. COVID passport, please. Straight away there, we're going to start killing the mood. And that's what I'm afraid of.
Okay, and what can we do then to prepare? Being an expert in the area, what would you recommend?
Right now, this is such an important thing. Businesses, if this is the way we're going, they definitely need to start preparing, firstly, who they're going to have on the door,
like
number
the
one.
Well,
exactly. But who are they going to pick and what training are they going to have? Now, think about people, for instance, just think now about people who have been, a customer of a restaurant for like 25 years. It's my favourite restaurant. We go there every Friday night. And imagine that, you walk into the restaurant, hypothetically, we'll use the name Fred here. Hey, Fred, how you going? And then, Fred. And then Fred goes, oh, welcome back, Chris and Nisha. Great to see you back here every Friday night. And then imagine all of a sudden, after 25 years, g'day, Fred, and some person's on the front door and says, sorry, hold up, COVID passport, ID, proof of vaccination. We've been there for 25 years. What's that actually going to do to that relationship? So I think the first thing, as you've just said, who are we going to put on the front door? It can go either one of two ways. You could say, let's get the most experienced and law enforcement-like person there to really stop people from coming in and to really make sure that they do it properly because it's the law. Or what if we just got the youngest staff member who's 15 to do it? Now, what's really interesting is both situations, if you got someone who was really experienced but could come across quite assertive, the matter could be quite confrontational. And that's a situation that we have to think about with service. But also, what happens if we got like a 15-year-old? And I'm not talking about the generalisation of age, but someone who's maybe a little bit inexperienced. What if that turned confrontational? What if it became adversarial? All of a sudden then you're going to have a potential teenager who all of a sudden is going to be confronted with this conflict in the front of a customer service place.
Do you know, this is duty of care, right, from a work health and safety perspective? Because if you assess that risk, some restaurants, let's say it's a 5-star restaurant, we're talking about restaurants, could be any business, versus a pub versus different audiences. You may have different personalities perhaps that come in. Would you suggest that businesses maybe need to have a closer look at I guess the whole picture?
I mean, that doesn't change, of course, especially pubs and alcohol and all that sort of stuff. But I'm just talking about the warmth of service. And I know all the other things. But it's actually interesting, on that note, you talk about assessing risk. And we don't always talk about assessing risk with customer service, but it's a pretty important thing. We have to think about, who are the people there, who are the customers, especially the customers that are very, long-term loyal customers, the ones we're attracting. The whole point of this passport is to get people in so that businesses can open. The last thing you want is a COVID passport to deter your customers to send them away because someone hasn't handled it correctly.
So what are the top few things that you would recommend for businesses out there?
Definitely. Pick your staff, number one. So you've got to make sure you still pick the warmest, bubbly person, but someone who can deal with things, in a confident manner, but provide them with the support and training. That's the second thing too. The third thing is just also think about what you're going to call this person. And I just want to quickly, if we've got time, just to quickly share a term that they coined in South Australia, which I think wasn't quite appropriate. They called them during last year's part of the pandemic when everybody was social distancing. They had this thing called a COVID marshal.
COVID marshal?
Yeah. Now, marshal, I don't know what came to your mind first, but marshal is a rank in the US Army.
Yes, I thought very strong,
Yeah.
very punitive, as opposed
That's
to
right.
maybe more caring
So,
and warm.
and this was a Marshall design. They did some training online, and they were designed to, just go throughout the restaurant and make sure people were social distancing.
Yeah.
And they called it a Marshall. So the other thing is, what are you? And that was what the South Australian government called it. So I think what's interesting is number one, we talked about picking the right person. Number two, the training. But number three, what are you going to call them? I know you said maitre d' before. I'd lean more that way than saying, oh, we've got our COVID Marshal standing at the front door. You start at 6, you're on shift. That's what I'd avoid.
Well, thank you so much for all of your insights. Do you know what I think would be perfect for our audience and all of our business clients watching is actually having a conversation with you about this, because it is quite bespoke. So there's some very key insights you've mentioned there, but there's also a lot of tailoring, I think, that your expertise would really lend itself to at the moment. So where do people find you?
For sure, Nisha. It's a big topic, and I think let's start the conversation now. ChrisSmoyer.com and my direct email, chris@chrissmoyer.com, and let's plan ahead. Let's think about it for the future.
Always a pleasure to have you on the couch, and really looking forward to having you back shortly. I'm sure there's a lot on your plate for the next few months.
Busy time. Coming up to Christmas too already.
And your little one's here at the show, so I'm just looking forward to coming on
after.
set
He's
soon.
waiting backstage.
Thank you. Always a pleasure to have you on the
You're
show,
welcome.
and we'll see you next month.
Thank you, Nisha.
If you've missed any of that, of course, you can go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
I thought it was nearly next week's show already. We went straight over time. Thank you very much to all our guests. Thank you to Nisha. Thanks to Chris.
So interested.
Thanks to everybody. A wonderful dish. Please check out the restaurant as well. Check out our footage if you missed the show today. Have a wonderful week. Thanks to all our wonderful crew. Keep smiling. Bye for now, Australia. Catch you next week.
On the couch with us. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. On the couch with us.